So today we're going to plant some onion seeds. I've got Texas Early Grano and Red Creole, and we're going to go ahead and plant them in this big long tray. I plant my onions a little bit different than most people do. I put them in a big flat, about this size. I can never get my camera angle right. So they're real shallow trays. This one does not have holes. I'm going to put another one down inside of it that does have water holes, and that way we can just put the water in the bottom and then put the other tray on top, and it will kind of absorb up, and that way the tops won't stay wet and, you know, just get kind of moldy and gross. So anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. I have already got my dirt mixed. We're using a mix of peat moss, some perlite, or how do you say that? Sometimes it's vermiculite. And then I also went ahead and scooped up a little bit of dirt and yuck from underneath my rabbit's cage because I don't buy any kind of fertilizer. I don't know, just never seen the point, and organic matter is best, I think. So, well, anyway, it's good enough. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to lower you guys down so you can see the tray, and then we're going to go ahead and get these onions sprinkled in here. So they're little bitty seeds, and we're just going to put them in there right on the top surface, sow them, and then just put the new dirt on top and gently pat them down. Give them a quick water, and then we'll just give them a couple days and they should sprout up. Little bitty tiny things, they just look like grass. A little tip, you should only plant your seed as deep as the seed is long. So if you are planting a tiny little carrot seed, it should only like hardly even be under the dirt, little bitty. But if you're planting like a cucumber seed, then, you know, it's a, I don't know how big they are, they're, you know, tiny, but just put it that far down in the dirt. So the bigger the seed, the farther down it goes. The smaller the seed, just barely even cover it. So hopefully that's a little bit helpful for you. But let's get these onions planted. All right, so for today we've got Texas Early Grano and some Red Creole onions. We're going to go ahead and be starting these. And we're going to go ahead and get them in this big long tray. I'm going to do half one type and half the other. And I'm probably not going to label them just because they're just for me and it really doesn't matter either. Okay, so this right here is the Texas Early Grano, not quite sure how to pronounce it, but we're just gonna sprinkle them in as evenly as we can, and you know, if they're not, that is okay. So I'm gonna go in, and I'm not going to separate these until I plant them, but it will be fine. I know this looks like an excessive amount, and it probably is, but it will work out just fine. I've grown onions like this for as long as I have grown them, and so far so good. I think this method actually came from M.I. Gardner. He's got a video out on it and why it all works and everything. I'm not going to pretend to remember that, so the video appealed to me, and it's just what I've always done. So, all right, so now we're the next half of the seed. These ones are the red ones. I actually don't have as good a luck with the red ones, but they are very pretty. So we're just going to go ahead and get that in here, and we'll just hope for the best. If they mix a little bit in the middle, totally fine. I don't care. Now, if I was going to try to sell the onion slips or something, it might matter a little bit more, but these are just for me, and yeah, I just don't mind at all. So we're just going to sprinkle them in, hope for the best. Okay, there. That is my green stalk planter. I'm also going to try to get that planted today. I've been trying to fill it up and just find all the parts because it's been outside all winter. But I'm going to plant lettuce and greens in that, so I will try to film that as well and might add it onto this video. But so a little word about onions. Let's see, it's probably got all kinds of info on the back of these. These onions are a little bit old, and that's part of the reason why I sowed them so heavily. These are from Urban Farmer, and they were packaged for, I've had them probably 4 years now. I'm not seeing the date on the package. I'm sure it is. I'm sure I'm just overlooking it. But anyway, so the older the seed gets, the less the germination, you know, it lowers every year. So anyway, if I get half of what I planted there, we'll be doing good. So, all right. Part of the reason why I don't buy the onion slips is because, well, I'm never on top of things to order them. And there is short day onions and there's long day onions. And I believe down here we need short day onions. It has to do with where the equator is and the sunlight, the amount of sunlight you get. So if you're above the equator, I believe you need the long day varieties, and you're below, you have less sunlight and you need the short day onions. I really hope I have that right. But anyway, a lot of what the feed stores and grocery stores and stuff get is not the variety that you actually need. So like, I know I'm in Arkansas, 7B, and so we need a short day onion, but a lot of the varieties that you can pick up locally don't say. So you're just kind of left hoping that they're the best. Anyway, and there's a lot more variety if you go for seeds. So, you know, and it's not that hard. You'd seen we just planted these in like 2 minutes. So, I don't know. I just don't see any downside to planting your own, except for the fact that you have to, when they do come up, and they'll come up pretty thick like grass, then you just take like a little square of them out, and then you just pull one each little plant and pop it in the ground. But, you know, you have to do that with the little slips anyway. So, this way you get the varieties that you want. They're a little bit hardy, and they grow a bigger bulb if you grow the right kind of onions. So these are both short day varieties, which was good for me. Wherever you are, I'm sure that a quick Google search, just asking if you need short day or long day onions, would probably get you the answer you need. And hopefully that will help you to grow bigger and better onions.